Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie. If you haven't been here before, I am known as the Patient Stitcher. It's been a little while. I probably should have done this update probably a couple weeks ago. I have a lot of stitching I've actually completed and done, but life just gets away from us, right? Like everybody knows that. So yeah, I'm here. I'm sure you all have noticed a little bit difference. I've actually learned how to do a few things with my video editing, which was really super nice. And how's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Are you enjoying your family and your holidays? Well, the holidays are pretty much almost over with, but to me it's still Christmas, so I'm okay with that. I'm really excited about the new year. I wasn't expecting 2020 to end the way it did, or even it's been good for me, somewhat. My granddaughter came in the world this year. My husband graduated this year. Yeah, a lot of things have changed, and some of it's been for the good. Some of it has, so it's all a little different. And wanted to also thank all the people who leave comments. I'm absolutely loving all the comments. I read them all. I usually respond to all of them. Yeah. So I guess we're going to talk about sorry, my cat's down here. We're going to talk about the stitching I've done this month, which is quite a lot. What I'm planning on doing in 2021, and I'm already seeing some stuff from my window. Sorry about that. And I have one bit of haul. I got very, very lucky. Oh, I should also say that this is take 400. No, I'm not joking. Take 2. The first video I did, I realized that I had been talking for probably about 20 minutes. Realized I didn't hit the record button. There's take number 1. And yesterday I recorded for about 45 minutes and realized that I had no video. I don't know how these things happen, but they happen, and they always happen to me. So today is it, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm probably not half as organized as I was yesterday, which is even worse. All right, so I wanted to let you guys know that I did a pretty fun thing this month on Semi-Sane Stitchers. It was called Wranglers. I am not done yet. There's still 3 days left in the rest of the month, and I probably have 5 projects. Let me back it up a little bit. I have 5 projects I don't think I've hit yet. So this is what I'm talking about. I actually wrote it all down. Yay! I'll back it up. I don't know. The sun is kind of going some really wonky. So these were all the whips that I had intentionally done, and I tried to keep track of them and how many times they came up. And these are the only ones that actually came out. So I guess it worked for me. So I guess no further ado, I will pull out my whips and show you. I am going to post some starting photos of where I was at when I started this. So I think that's finally really cool. I learned a few new things this time. So the first one up was my Trick or Treat Hade. I really hate to say this, but it didn't get as much love as I wanted it to get this month. I only did 600 stitches in this. And I'm all gotten up. Hopefully I can show you a before photo of where I was at. I'm about to take my TV down. And here is where I'm at now. So this is the area that I worked on. You see. I actually started the little block method on this. I've noticed a lot of people are doing 100 count stitches here and there. And I'm really actually liking it. You can kind of start seeing right there. Instead of all of this all over the place stitching, which I have done in the past, as you can tell, I'm actually starting all this block stitching, and I will continue. This has some lofty goals in 2021. I actually had some lofty goals. I don't even know if I can show all this. There we go. I had some extremely lofty goals in 2020 for this also. However, I have failed because this is not finished, and I honestly do not have enough time in 2020 to finish this last page and a quarter. I have big lofty goals again in 2021 for this. It's also I'm going to try to get all the way across again. So we will see. There is actually quite a lot of stitches already in this from previous. I think my stitching has changed a lot over the time frame, I should say. And it's been kind of neat to watch how I like to do things. This block of 10 piece, and you're going to see it a lot in my stitching this month, has really given me, I think honestly what it's doing is making me feel like I'm stitching faster and I'm more effective, and I feel like I'm not missing as many stitches, and it's correct. So I think that's like the big one, and I think frogging is really a good part of it, because if I mess up in a block of 100, I don't have to go back from it's just crazy. So I really like that I can fix it in that small section. It doesn't take a lot to fix it, and it didn't do 100 stitches and then have about 100 stitches. So I really like that, and I guess I think I have more control. That's love control. I love controlling everything. So that got 600 stitches. And then I put Monk's Hood on there it actually showed up in November too. It was my new start November. It didn't come up at all. I was very sad. I actually love the colors in Monk's Hood. I don't know if it's going to come up in 2021. I would like to say it will. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what 21. I had no idea what 2020 was going to bring us, so I don't even know what 2021 is going to bring us. The next one up was 262 Words by Primrose. I didn't get as many stitches in this either that I wanted to get in. But I got stitches nonetheless. Sorry if I'm leaning down because they're literally on the floor next to me from yesterday, so let's just hope I can keep them organized to effect. Let me show you this is being stitched for my husband. He's very much into a lot of this. He was born in Pennsylvania. Him and his mom had a very love for Gettysburg. We've been there a couple times as a family. We've had family that have served, that was in the Civil War. It just kind of brings home, but this is 262 words. I just barely started this, but and it's Primrose Needlework. This is going to be a very large piece. I have very large goals for this year. We'll talk about that next. But this is where I'm at, and I love this linen. This is done on 32 count lamb's wool linen. I didn't know I would actually even like this type of linen, but for this project, it's perfect. I absolutely love this piece. I actually love stitching on this piece. It seems to come together rather quickly. I'll actually leave it like that. So here we go. I don't want the sun to really, here we go. And I'm learning a new camera, so there you go. Look at me go. So I actually did this section over here. Look at that, the light is changing everything. I did this section over here, just these 3 lines. It was 300 stitches. It goes rather quick, actually. It's really beautiful. The colors are actually coming up really well for this, even with the lighting from my shade of my, bring it back. There we go. That looks good too. It is a really amazing, I actually don't know what it is. When I stitch this, I just feel really good about it, and so I really like it a lot. I think it's pretty amazing. So that one got 300 stitches. The next one on my list was Amid Amish Life. I know if you've watched for a little bit. I don't actually know if I've actually shown these on here very much. So Amid Amish Life, I've actually finished the left side, the middle side, and now I have to work on the right side. It's the last piece that's left. I haven't done as much work on it. It was supposed to be a focus piece for 2020. The left got done, the right did not. So it didn't get any stitches. You will see it probably in January with an update from December, because Wranglers isn't over with yet, and it is coming up for 600 stitches. The next one I have is Home for the Holidays. Like I told you, I have a whole mess right next to me. This is where you're actually going to start seeing, I think we're going to post a photo up here while I'm putting it out so you can see what it looked like before. This will also be coming out in 2021 because guess what? It is a Dimensions year. I have way too many Dimensions kits started. I have none finished. I don't know if I like those odds. I don't know if I like them at all. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Bring it back so the sun doesn't... Sun's getting in everywhere I go. I'm not complaining. We haven't had a whole lot of sun, so guess what? And you saw where we were supposed to be at, and here's where we're at. I really, really loved stitching this, and as you can tell, I did a lot of blocks in this. As you can see, well, you can actually see it here. You can actually see it here too. See, here's a block of 10, another block. It's been working out really well for me. The stitches are amazing. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's not as, I guess when I've done dimensions, they get overwhelming. At least for me, they can get overwhelming. And I don't like that overwhelming feeling. So I try, and I'm sorry, I'm putting these all back together again so I don't have to deal with them later. I like to do it because they're already kitted, but I think when I have so many things happening or empty holes somewhere, they get very overwhelming. And I don't like that. So, yeah. That's pretty much how it goes. Oh, by the way, Home for the Holidays got 619 stitches, so it's gotten a lot of stitches and a lot of love this month. The next one, I hate having a somber part in any of my stitching, but I had a revelation this month, and it was a really sad revelation. My Polar Mandala, which I have been wanting to start, and I did start. I'll put a photo up here of where I was at. It did start. And the next thing I did for it was, it came up twice this month for 1,000 stitches. I was so proud of it, but by the time it came up the second time for 400 stitches, I was like, something's not right. I don't think it's going to fit the page. So I've reread these instructions probably like 5 or 6 times. I was wondering why there was like 2 photos, and anyway. So needless to say, I did 1,000 stitches in this thing. And I'm going to have to frog every one of them. So, here's where I'm at, just so you can see it. It's cute, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I love the colors in here. Well, can you see it very well? The sun's really messing with me today. So, it's amazing. I love this piece so much. But guess what's happening? Oh, you can't even really. Anyway, so the problem with this now is I have to frog this because the pattern I did is a 1/1 stitch. I did a 2/1, which means the pattern's going to be 2 times larger than it's supposed to be. I have not figured out if I'm going to do it 1/1 or the 2/1. There are 2 different patterns. My husband and I both picked the 1/1, so I have a funny feeling that I'll be frogging all of this. I normally do only 1/1 for a skin, but I really, really, really like this one. So I have a funny feeling if it does come back in 2021, I don't know how much love it's going to get. I don't know. So I would like to see it come out. I thought I was getting some fabulous progress on this piece finally, and now I'm, I don't even know. I'm discouraged. I think that's a good word for it. I'm discouraged. So anyway, with that being said, I did go to the next project, which was called Winter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this in here at this point in time, because I told you I went all over the... Oh, look at that. It's next. Sorry, I keep bending down. I need to fix how I do this. Winter came up once. It's coming up again. It only came up one time for 200 stitches, but it's coming up again for 600. And this is Cricket Collection, Winter. I love this piece. I like stitching on it. I've kind of gone back and forth with some of the threads because I didn't have them I rectified that situation. This is stitched on 28 count Lugana from Fabrics by Stephanie, and it's called Sky Blue. I believe this was a perfect fit for this piece. I actually feel like I got a lot done on this. It is the R, which is what I've already worked on. I think I worked on some of the E. I have picked up these so-called threads for this piece. I am going to finish the R and fill in the E parts. So I have already picked up the threads. I just need to finish them. And then the W and I will go in there. Again, I don't know if this will be, this may come up this next year, because honestly it's really not too far off from being a finish. So it will get, at least you'll see it again probably in January, because it's, if I can catch up, it will have another 600 stitches in it, which means the R is probably going to be finished. The E will definitely be finished. I don't know, but I think it'll be pretty good. The next one up is Moderator's Map. I actually don't know if you guys have ever seen this one. I'll show you where we were before. And this is what it's supposed to look like. I purchased this off of Etsy, I don't know, 5, 6, oh gosh, it could even be longer than that. I don't know anymore. So, this is where we're at. I'm actually really happy with the progress. Again, I did the 100 by 100 block stitches on this. I really think it has come, I'm trying to keep the light out of your way. I think it's gotten some really good progress. Lots of parking, lots of confetti. This is a confetti, it's an insane, it's got so much confetti in it. And what's problem with it is it's got all these cream tones and, holy crap, here we go, there we go. It's got lots of cream tones. It doesn't have as much dark until you get like to the center of it, but it does have, it's pretty cool. Like I really like stitching on this. I don't know what the fabric is. It was probably a fabric I purchased it. Like, I know it was a fabric I probably purchased it like Joann's, or I probably purchased it at Hobby Lobby. And I wanted it like this. I just wanted it almost like a parchment. I don't know. I really liked it. It's a parchment kind of like feel to it. Probably should have tea dyed it a little bit more, but I really liked it. It kind of matches the whole theme of everything. So Moderator's Map got 700 stitches. Didn't look like it, but it got 700 stitches. But for a full coverage piece, it was pretty cool. I will have this out in 2021. I'm sure you've heard of Get Shit Done 2021, Get Stuff Done 2021, whatever you want to call it, 2021. Well, I'm hoping to get some really beautiful progress on that in 2021. But the next one I have had is Twilight, and it is a dimensions kit. I'm not showing it because I actually didn't get any stitches done on it, but it is to come up for 400 stitches. Will probably come back out in January if I can play catch up. So the next one I have is called Happily Ever After. I'll show you where we were before and show you what it's supposed to look like. A lot of people have stitched this recently. I am thrilled with my progress. So far I've gotten 900 stitches on it. This is what it's supposed to look like. Sorry. Trying to keep it out of the sunshine so you can see it. So I love this. I've absolutely had a blast stitching on this. I love it so much that it's actually going to be coming back up again for another 200 stitches here shortly. Again, if I can play catch up on Whip Wranglers, we'll see. And this is where we're at. I love these flowers. These flowers make me happy. They're not even backstitched yet, and I'm already, oh my gosh. It's going to look so good on my wall when I'm finally done with it. Right now we live in an apartment, and I've slowly been making it our own. Our new landlord doesn't care if we hang things. Our old landlord, we couldn't hang jack diddly squat. So now we can hang things, which has been really nice. It's nice to make it a home. And We won't be staying here forever, but it's still nice. So the next one that came up was Pleasures of Winter. I'll post a photo of where we were before while I'm pulling stuff out of the bag. I didn't get as much on this as I wanted to get done. And I think when you switch so many projects, you feel like sometimes I feel rushed. I do this a couple times a year, and when I do these things, I try to do projects I haven't even seen. So at least I feel like I can get some work done on them. This is the Pleasures of Winter. This is a chart that I love this chart so much. It has everything that makes me believe of winter and adventures, and I'm trying to keep the sunlight off of this. I started this a long time ago. I didn't get as much done as I would wanted to, and excuse me because we have threads everywhere. But I did get some good progress. I'm actually going to do it like this because this right here is where I actually did the most work. Okay, sorry. And as I'm telling you, I'm redoing a new camera, so I'm like learning the process here. So this right here, I finished some of the windows. You can still see a lot of things hanging. I have to finish that window, and you can see where I started doing the blocks of 100. In a pattern like this, when I did all of this already, as I told you before, I kind of go a little crazy sometimes. The sun, there you go. This is a big piece. It is probably one of my largest dimensions kits that I have. But I love them. I'm so addicted to dimensions. This will be coming back out in January. Probably come back out sometime this year, as this is my full dimensions year. Another dimensions kit is the Candy Cane Santa. I posted a photo of where I was before. Again, I don't even know if I do. Okay. I'm sure I've already said this before, but Santa happens to be, I love Santa. I love everything he stands for. I love everything. I just love everything about him. I just think it's a spirit. It's a thing. I love Santa. Here he is. Isn't he? There you go. Isn't he amazing? He's the best thing ever. I love him. So, you got to see where I was at. I am very happy with I did get a little bit of progress on him. Not as much as I would have liked. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. So, up here in his hat. Oh, there we go. And up here. And you can tell I started doing the 100 stitches across just so I can keep this whole thing going. I feel like I've been getting so much progress done on my stuff, it's not even funny. The last time I'd already put in his eyebrows. I still need to put in some other stuff. I think I might leave the back stitching for last. I don't know why, but it's a final thing. It's like beads. I think it's just a final thing, and I already have a couple projects that I'm waiting to do beads. Finish the beads, my Christmas sleigh, the reindeer. They're not even close to done yet. I started working on them. The next one that came, oh yeah, by the way, Santa got 500 stitches, and he's got 400 coming. So he will be, I have a couple more days off, so I'm going to try really hard to stitch as much as I can after I post the video. Another one that's a really special one. We lost my husband's mom a couple years ago, and shortly afterwards, I purchased this chart. I'll show you right here. Of where we were before. I purchased this chart shortly thereafter because I thought that it would be a wonderful thing to have hanging on a wall, and my husband really liked it. I love Glendon Place. I've already stitched a couple Glendon Place pieces. I really do love this. So far, this has gotten 353 stitches, not to be exact or anything, but it's got 600 coming. So a little more love will go to this beautiful piece. Check her out. Oh, my hands are in the way. I'm trying to keep it to where the light's not in. I'm the thread in here, if you can see without the light being in it. This thread is, I just love this thread. It is a specialty. It is a, it's a silk from Dinky Dyes, I do believe. Yep. This thread, it's called Bush Christmas, which is kind of cool because we love Alaska, so the bag is distorting it. But all the rest of them are all Dinky Dyes threads that are in there. And some beads, tons and tons of beads. So I wouldn't say tons. It's not like it's a mirror or something, but there's some good beads in there. And then a little angel. I'm hoping to put this on a little bit later. I don't know if this will come out in 2021. I'd like to say yes, and because I do enjoy working on it a lot. I think I'm going to see how far and where I get first. Oh, and by the way, this is on pewter. I picture this plus. It's like a grayer. It's turning out blue in the screen, but it's gray. It's like a off-white gray. It's actually really beautiful. So it's going to you'll see it again if I can get the stitches done in it. So you'll see it again shortly. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. It's been a lot of fun to stitch on. So the next one up is Glory of Autumn. That would be the next, sorry, 1 second. Got the next, yes, Glory of Autumn. Actually, I kept these in line from yesterday. I'm surprised. Show you where we were at. And again, another dimensions kit. I'm in love with this stupid thing. I'm really happy with the progress I did have on it, which was 500 stitches. This is what it looks like. I show you on this side because the sun isn't as bad. And what is so great about it is you can see progress. I don't like the fabric. The fabric is rough. All right, here we go. What am I doing here? Can't even tell what I'm doing anymore. Here we go. The wheel. I did, oh goodness. I'm not an Ada fan. I'm not, and I really don't like stiff fabric, so I think that's one of the reasons why I don't work on this as much as I want to. There we go. Still can't, the sun is ridiculous. There we go. But I wanted to do the video today, and there's no other place in my house that's quiet enough to do it. So the wagon wheel was pretty much what I started or got to work on, and did a really great job on it because I couldn't even tell you what it was before because this was all I had. I couldn't even tell you if it was upside down, sideways. It was insane, and I'm telling you, this is like some really, I know I've done a lot of Ada, I've done a lot of dimensions kits, but I have to admit this one is probably by far the worst fabric that I have in it, which I don't like at all. So, I don't know if I told you I did 500 stitches in that one. My next one up is my Christmas in London, and she got over 1,000. Yeah, she had 1,100 stitches. Let me grab this real quick. I'll show you where I was at and show you what she's supposed to be like. And show you where we're at. This is Christmas in London. Look at that. There we go. Now this is the first mirabilia that I ever fell in love with, and I still love her to this. She's going to be getting a whole lot of love here coming up real soon, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So you got to see where you were, and this is where we're at. Here we go. Try to tilt it so you can at least see with the sun. There we go. So I did all of this, minus the threads that I just got back in today, or yesterday, and I worked on all of this. Try to get it in there. So she's coming back out. She will be making a very large appearance in January. Again, I'll talk about that shortly. Santa's Arrival got about 700 stitches. I can show you in a second. Ooh, that was really bright. And show you where we're at with this one. Again, this will probably be making an appearance in 2021. I think you already know. I've already told you a million times I love Santa. So this one, not as stiff a fabric. There you go, perfect. Santa's already starting to come out. The reindeer's head right there. I really feel the progress. I'm trying to do it without the sun getting in the way. The progress I got on this, I really feel was pretty amazing. I'm really happy with this progress. So, it is a Dimensions kit. You know it's coming back out. Spring Fairy, which is also a Dimensions kit, didn't make an appearance either. It's not even getting stitched on at all. It didn't get rolled and nothing. But it is Dimensions, so guess what that means? That means y'all are going to see it in 2021 somewhere along the way. I love that piece. I want to get the autumn one. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them, but I do love them. Wet my whistle. The next one we have is Cardinals. Cardinals on Sled. You see the theme here, right? Dimensions. Oh, this plastic is really giving it a blur. So, Cardinals on Sled got 500. It is up for 300 more. And here we go. I love Cardinals almost as much as I love Santas. And these guys are, this is actually a really fun piece to stitch on. I did mostly the tail, part of the sled, and part of the tree stump. You will see earlier in the picture. There you go. Isn't it great? That tail is beautiful. As you can tell, my older stitching, I did a lot of this. So I ran the colors, and if I was using a color, I just figured I'd want to do it all. But I am loving the stitching. I'm loving the fact that I've gotten through so much on the tail. As you can tell, I started working on the body. It will come out and get probably lots of love in 2021. I am looking forward to a few finishes in 2021. That would be amazing. Please, please, please. And one of the last ones that I worked on, and it got 700 stitches, probably a little over 700 stitches. I do not have a photo of it. I don't know where I put it, but I can at least show you where I was at and show you where I'm at now. Get it all going here. I didn't get as much progress as I wanted to get on this, but I went with I love this fabric too. Actually, I don't love the fabric, but way more softer than the last one. And this is where we're at. Thank you guys for being patient with the whole camera thing. I'm so new to this newer way I'm videoing. I'm not doing it on my phone. I'm actually doing it on my computer. Oh, look at that. That's so much better. And this fabric is way softer. It's so easy to put in my scroll frame. And it's so nice to follow with the 100 blocks that I'm doing now. It's so much nicer to do it this way. Again, it is a Dimensions kit. It will see more love in 2021. Okay, so that was all of my stitching. I did do quite a lot. I was pretty happy with where I was at and what I got done. I wasn't expecting, I didn't do a grand total of how many stitches, but looking at this now, I probably did about 5,000 stitches, switching in and out. Maybe I'll put a grand total before I finish editing. So I guess that would bring me to haul. So yesterday, when I was filming the second time, I got a text message saying, "Hey, can you? Are you still interested?" I made a comment about some floss. It was supposed to be like 5 bins and things. So I was like, yeah. So I am very interested. And not only did I look at this beautiful bag. Could you imagine the projects you can put in this bag? Really super cute bag. And just so FYI, I'm gonna pull it up. These are color-coded. As much as my OCD loves this color coordination, my other OCD of having them all in the correct order of numbers is a whole nother ball game. So not only did I get 2, not only did I get 4, oh, sorry about this, guys. 5, not quite full, but 6. 6. This one actually had some scissors in it and a little bit of 22 counts paper, or 22 count fabric. Goodness gracious. So yeah, I was very ecstatic to see that somebody obviously didn't pick it up, or did, I don't know, but I don't even care because I got a chance to I got some more floss for my collection. Not that I probably need it, but so let's just see what I got going on here. Semi-Sane Stitchers has quite a few things going on in January. They have a January focus challenge. They have a snowball fight, and they have Stitchopoly. I don't know where I'm going to fall into all those, but I will probably be making a decision today. The new Magical Stitches has up this year. I think it's towards like the Percy Jackson books. I've read them. I really like Magical Stitches because it does a couple things. I love reading, and it gives me a chance to really, challenges me a little bit more. I get really busy, and of course we all get busy, and but it's so nice to be in a book, and like it's somebody else's. You can just go away. Like you can just go away. Forget everything and go away. I've been doing a lot of audiobooks this year because it's been easier for me to do that if I'm walking or doing, so it's been really nice. And I am going to do the Whip Go 2021. I have done my first Whip Go board. It's kind of horrible. Okay, here we go. I'll be putting this in my bullet journal so I can make it all nice and neat and all pretty and blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure you already saw the highlighted pieces. Look at that. And if you're not seeing anything wrong here, I literally have put 5,000 stitches on just about everything. Minus 262 words right there. I was putting a goal of 2 pages a month, no matter what. Because I really would like to get it done this year. And I'd like to see if I can get it to the framers before Christmas and actually give it to my husband. What else was there? Plus, I gave myself some lofty goals. My husband said if I actually do this whole board, blackout, I am treated to a spa day wherever I want to go. Y'all know I'm going to be working hard on this. So, I'm also going to give myself, if I get a finished project, I'm going to give myself $50 credit for shopping. And I get to start a new project. And I haven't come up with any other ones, but I think we'll figure it out. I have so many kitted projects where I'm going to go there. So yeah, there's my Whip Go board. It will be in my journal. I'm sure we'll put photos or something in there later on. We'll see what we got going on. But Christmas in London. 10,000 stitches this month. This girl is about to get some serious love. Can you imagine? 10,000 stitches could possibly, I've done so much on her. Her dress is done. Really, the only thing that needs to be done on this is a framing, like the framing part of it. So I really think that Christmas in London could possibly be a finish in January. Like, I'm really super excited about this because this is like a think she was a January 2018. I'll have to really look at that. I think she was a January 2018 start. I do not know if I will start something on January 1st. I'm not doing the no start 2021. It's just not gonna happen. No, I don't care how many whips I have. You know, we get the itch to start something, and I'm just not gonna stop myself. Plus, not to mention, I've got about 50 kitted projects that I have that are dying for my attention. They keep crying, thrown in my bed, so they like taunt me. But I am going to continue to keep up with my goals of if I do a new start, it'll be 500 stitches, no less. I like to know that I've actually put a good punch in my projects, and knowing that I've given it a really good effort instead of like the typical, I do Stitch Mania every year. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'll put 2 stitches in a project and be like, oh, that was my new start. And then I go back to it and I'm like, what the hell did I do? Absolutely nothing. So I'm happy to go back to the projects that I've worked on, and I really want to make sure that I've done justice to them. So my plans for 2021 are all my Trick or Treat Hade. I would like to get fully across again this year. I gave it a really huge effort this past year, so I'm going to try, but the pages down below are extremely heavy confetti pieces. So we will see how that goes. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I'm a little scared for it, but it's not my oldest whip, but it's my largest project. So I really would like to see some serious effort go into it this year. 262 words is also going to be on there. I believe Moderator's Map is going to be another one that I'm going to really, if I can keep up with my goals in my whipco board. Actually, did I even put the map on here? Yes, so Moderator's Map is on here 2 times. So Trick or Treat Hade is on here, I want to say 5 or 6. 5 times. So there are some cute things. There are some ones on there. There are dimensions. Those are another big one of mine. I do not know if I'm starting any sals this year. If I do, it'll be before January 1st. But I'm going to try to catch up on all my old sals on the weekends. Some of them I'm just going to try to really, because I've got some really old ones dating back to 2017, I think. So, and I really would like to get them done. They're ones that I really enjoy. Some I started this year. Some won't take me very long to work on. At least I'll feel like I did something on them, and I really would like to get those done. Some of them I never even started. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this year. But those are my plans. And here's to 2021. Here's to ending 2020 on a good note. Let's hope that everybody is healthy, they're happy. Remember, you don't have to have everything to have everything. Love my kids, love my family. Really, that is the most important thing in my life. And as long as everybody's healthy and happy, it's a good thing. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. I hope you guys have a fabulous New Year's. You'll probably see me. I will probably be updating every 2 weeks depending on my progress. Like if there's some really good progress or something happening in my life. I don't know. I did do some quilting. I have not shown it in this video. I will update it and show it in my next video. Yeah. Here's to 2021. Happy stitching. Oh, actually, there was one other thing. I mentioned it in my other video that didn't have a video. So I really wanted to reach out and see if other people were doing virtual stitching. I've never been to a StitchCon. I want to eventually. I'm too chicken shit, I ain't gonna lie. But I thought either a virtual or Zoom, stitch like people used to do in the libraries. I mean, you're not together, but I really think that this might be something fun to do. So if you know of one that's already happening, that wouldn't mind an extra person, myself. Or if you guys want to start one, please let me know in the comments or whatever. If you've hung out this long and you've got to this point, um, enjoy your day. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you next time.